Hello there, you beautiful ball of yarn, and welcome to it.Havea. I'm Rike. Welcome in. Grab yourself a nice beverage and just come in for a chit chat. Today's video is actually just about my channel's name and chat in just general. I thought since there is issues with the pronunciation and understanding of where my channel name comes from, and yeah, so I just thought I'd go through that. Doctor is from the TV series Star Trek. It is for those of you that are not familiar with Star Trek, there is an alien species called the Klingons. For me, those are my favorite. The Doctor is a small combat knife, well, small in their view, of course. Kind of like if you watched Crocodile Dundee, that classic scene. That's not a knife. This is a knife. That's kind of like how it is with the Doctor. And since I am very glad or a fan of the series, I've had a lot of themed email addresses and stuff like that from the series and nicknames from the series. So when it came to creating this channel, I went with it.Havea, mostly because Doctor in itself is not crochet or any craft related at all. So I added has fibers because, well, I do have fibers. That's kind of essential for crocheting and knitting and all the other stuff like null binding. It feels wrong saying null binding, but that is what the English-speaking population calls it in Sweden. It is null binding, null binding. At least for the southern part. I do live in the southern part, and the dialect here is different from further up north. It's the same. Every country has different dialects. My name, Rike, is easiest for English people, English-speaking people, to say Ricky. It is originally a very common name in Denmark. Swedish do not have this name for women. It is usually used as a short for Richard here. So there was a lot of confusion when I first moved here. They thought my name was a guy's name. So there were a lot of differences, of course. But in Denmark, it is, and Denmark and Sweden are not that far apart. So in Sweden, it's Rike, or where I live, Rike. The difference is in the R. And in Denmark, it is Rege. When I was as a child, we visited Sudan. That was way before the war that is unfortunately ravaging that poor country. To understand the entirety of my name, I was called Reggae, because that is how they kind of interpreted that. That was how my name was pronounced, and I do understand it. Reggae. It is very, very similar. So for the entirety of the stay in Sudan. That was my name. I was Reggae. So yeah. But to all of you English-speaking people, I am Ricky. I am absolutely okay with people calling me Dacta. That was how you all first got to know me. So whether you call me Ricky or you call me Dacta, that's entirely up to you. I will not take offense at all because I am very, very aware that my name is difficult. So don't, and I mean don't feel bad about mispronouncing my name. I have had doctors here in Sweden not only mispronouncing or misgendering me, but they have also misspelled it to the degree that I could not go and pick out my prescription for antibiotics. And I had to take the bus all the way back to the doctor's office and get them to actually, and he did, the doctor actually had my written name. It was not just my I'm not sure about surnames and all of that stuff, but Ricky was spelled wrong and my last name was also spelled wrong. So even though I had my ID and the date of birth was correct, since my name was not typed correctly on the prescription, I could not get my medicine. So yeah. But yeah, that is kind of how that went. So whether you go Dr. Ricky, has fibers, whatever, that crazy Swedish lady, I'm not offended at all. You can just call me what feels right for you. I will not take offense because, yeah, why would I? And yeah, I've had my channel since 2007, and I did post some small short videos of car racing and stuff like that, not the legal kind. I accidentally stumbled over the non-legal streets racing, and I followed that for a while because I do like cars and I like high speeds. But I try to stay within the limits because, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. And taking or retaking your driver's license is not cheap. So there's that. I decided to remove those videos a long time ago. And that was way before I even got into the yarning or crafting communities at all. For the longest time, I just used YouTube to watch music videos of just about any genre. I am quite broad in my music genre, so, and that kind of shows with my my music list that I have on my channel. It is very, very diverse. I tend to go for the a bit harder music. I do like metal a lot. I am a metalhead, absolutely, all the way. I do like hardcore techno and stuff like that. Everything that just gives me energy. I often also, just to chill out, listen to opera or just classical music. There are a few genres that I absolutely cannot stand. I know that many people like jazz. That, for some reason, considering what I listen to, jazz for some reason stresses me out completely, especially the high tempo lunch jazz, the radical sounds of that, because there is, for me, no logic. That stresses me out. I do not judge people that listen to it. That's entirely up to people what they listen to. I will not judge you on based on what you listen to or anything like that. I just don't judge people, because we all have our story. We all have some sort of trauma. You just can't go through life without ever having your feelings hurt in some way. We all have had our issues, our uphill battles. We all have them. And I try to be a nice person. And if I have nothing nice to say, I kind of just won't say anything. Because words hurt way harder than people think. I was bullied in school, and I have had a childhood. Let's just leave it at that. So I try to be nice. I will not stand for drama. I will walk away. I've walked away from guilds and games I've played in. I, from time to time, still play World of Warcraft. I've met some wonderful friends in World of Warcraft, and I do love them dearly. And some of the guilds that I've been in have had drama, some more than others. And well, one guild I just left in the middle of the night because there were so many issues, and I felt that I play a game to enjoy my time in the game, not to listen to people's drama. I don't like to get caught up in it. I don't like rumors. So I just opted and left. I'm still friends with most of the people, or a handful of people from that guild still. I've done that during when people have been online as well. I've just left. No discussion, nothing. No explanation. I mean, I just left because, well, we on average, we do not have that long of a time on this planet, and I don't want to be caught up in a lot of negativity. It's not worth it. It's not good for your mental health. And we always pick sides. That's just how we are as humans. Humans pick sides. That's just the gist of it. We always have, and we always will. There's nothing wrong with it. We always find our people in the end, no matter. So it is okay to do some changes in your friend group. Some people just don't get along with their family members. That's fine. You can go a while without talking to them, and you can find your way back. And if you don't find your way back, that's okay. I mean, sometimes our chosen family is the one that absolutely builds us up to the person we're supposed to be. And we're constantly evolving as humans. That's just how I see it. We're not the same. We're not supposed to be the same person we were way back when. And it's okay to evolve. It is scary. Absolutely. It is absolutely terrifying to evolve, to become someone else that you are not used to be. being, and just take your time. Learn to know that person. Learn to love that person. It's okay. You will be okay. That is just, you will be okay. I've evolved as a person. I've devolved as a person. We do that. It's okay to fall, and it's okay to not be okay. It's not the fall that makes you. It is how you get up again. How you make a new path. How you walk the new path. That is what makes you as to the person who you are. I'm sorry for my rambling and all of my weird expressions, because there's 3 languages battling in my head. It is Danish, Swedish, and English. I love to learn languages, so while I was playing World of Warcraft, I got to know some Norwegian, and I've gained friends in Finland, so I will try at some point, because I find the Finnish language very, very interesting. So I will try to learn Finnish at some point. I know a few phrases in German as well, and I just kind of, I absorb languages, because I do find it very, communication is important. If you cannot communicate, then life is a little bit harder. So communicating and learning different languages is just, it's also a hobby of mine. I love learning languages. I love learning about cultures. A day when I do not learn something new is a day that is, to me, very, not less important, but I feel a bit poor. For me, learning is richness. It is not richness. Come on, that was Swedish or Swinglish. For me, learning new stuff is empowering. It is, what should I call it? Well, it is of great value. Even though it's, I mean, ridiculous stuff like, well, we can take a fun fact just out of the air. A big gathering of baboons is called a congress. I don't know why stuff like that lands in my lap, but I guess, yeah, since I do love information and I love learning stuff, that is one. A collection of crows is a murder. 2 crows is a suspected murder. I mean, just, I do love animals, so yeah, anything that I can learn about animals, except spiders. I have severe, severe arachnophobia, so I will break down when I see spiders, whether it is on screen or it is in real life. I begin to sob, quite ugly crying and shaking, and I just cannot. It doesn't have to be a big spider. It just have to be a spider. There are 2 spider species that I actually am not afraid of, and I am very okay with them. But all other spiders, I just, yeah, I can't. I really, really cannot. I begin to ugly cry and shake, and I'm just, it all trembles and ugly cry at that moment. I do respect animals a lot. no matter if it's like my small Papillon dogs here, or it's a giant rhinoceros, you have to have respect for animals, because in the end they are primal creatures. We too, as humans, we have the primal in us. We just don't use it as much as animals does, but we do at times get very primal. And that's okay as well, because that is a part of who we are as a species. Oh dear, this is a ramble and a waffle in of its own. So yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of chit chat a little. Well, I'm working on the couch. I've been working on this couch for almost a year. I've frogged it quite a bit because my dyslexia has just brought me down wrong paths, as it does. And I insist on reading, because how else am I gonna get better at it? I have no issues spelling. I have no issues seeing when I'm reading stuff when it's spelled wrong. Well, at times I do have issues spelling, but I do tend to check, especially if I'm typing something in English. I try to just Google the word, and so I don't mess up the language, because it can be quite hard for the ones that are native speaking English to understand where I'm coming from, because my formulation sometimes when I am typing is based in Swedish. Well, because that's where I live, and I think and type accordingly to that. So yeah, but I try my very best. Yeah, so reading, yeah, on that topic, I do love reading books. I love fantasy books, because, well, why just live one life when you can live a million different lives? That's kind of how I view books. I read a lot of different kind of books, but my favorite is fantasy. That is just, that's kind of, and I love when the fantasy books are somewhat based in kind of reality documentary style. Those books are, oh my gosh, I love those. So I wish that I could draw and paint. I'm horrible at it, and I love to watch when people paint. But when I paint, it is just not. A 5-year-old can outpaint me. Let's just leave it at that. So, but yeah, I do paint, but not so other people can see, because it is that horrible. And I know everybody can paint, just like everybody can sing. Is not all that can sing good, but everybody can sing at some point. So, but singing is also a passion of mine. I have, well, since always been singing, because my maternal grandmother and my mother and my aunts, they have all been singing. So singing has always been something that we've done. I have been in school choirs. I have been in church choirs. I do love the way you sing when you sing in church choirs, because it's more challenging. in a way than just singing a normal song. Well, let's just say an absolute normal song like ABBA, for example. Normal to me would be like Slipknot, Metallica. That is not normal singing, especially not like Slipknot and that kind of music style. That is very harsh vocals, but healthy vocals. Actually, people don't think that that kind of vocals is. That people tend to think that that kind of vocals, that vocal singing, is harmful for your vocal cords. And if done wrong, yes, absolutely, you will fry your vocal cords. But if done right, it is not an issue. I did try to go growling and stuff like that, but I'm not that good at it. So I kind of do that in the comfort of my car, yelling my head off to the music when I'm driving. And in a crowd when I go to concerts. It's not that often, but yeah, sometimes you just need to get that release and just go nuts in a big crowd of people that also are going nuts together with you. But yeah, singing in church choirs is, I love the high highs and the low lows. My preferred or my safety zone will be altar. That is my the alto, I think it's called in English, alt in Swedish. But my comfort zone when no one is listening is deep bass. I love singing deep bass. I do have some favorite songs that I love singing along to. And one artist that I love singing along to is Lee Marvin, the old actor. He was in a musical movie called Paint Your Wagon about the gold rush. One very famous face in that movie as well is Clint Eastwood. And yes, he sings in that one. If you haven't seen it and you like to watch drunken brawls, that would be a fun movie to watch. But Lee Marvin's song, vocal singing it's absolutely wonderful. The same goes for I love singing along with Frank Sinatra. I am brought up to just listen to a broad variety of music. I've sung along to Elvis songs. I'm at home, of course. But I have, I have this love relationship with bass. That is my comfort zone. I can sing soprano. My choir teacher, my choir. Now my brain is not functioning. My choir leader, she because I wanted to go bass because we didn't have that many gentlemen in that choir, so I wanted to go bass. And she tried my voice out, and she found out that I could go soprano and I could go high soprano. I did not know that I could that. I always thought that I couldn't, and I always doubted myself for trying to go high notes. And I cannot read notes at all. Like, you might as well show me hieroglyphics. The reading notes. That's just, I hope it's called notes in English, but the typing you have when you sing along. So she wanted to place me in high soprano, but I was like, nope. I was not comfortable doing that, so I went back to alto as well. So yeah, there's that. Give me a note and I'll hold it for the time you need me to sing it. That's kind of how I sing. I sing based off what the note is that I'm given or I'm listening to. That's kind of that's always how I've learned. The same goes with languages. I do it the same way. I listen to what you're saying and I will imitate it. I do that as well when I speak to people. I use their dialects from where they are. I don't know why, and some people have found it to be me mocking them because I can go from southern Sweden dialect to mid Sweden or North Sweden dialects. I do the same in Danish. We have a very diverse range of dialects in Denmark, to the degree that there are some dialects that is hard to understand. So, and I just love imitating sounds, and I imitate a lot of sounds. I imitate animal sounds. I imitate sounds my car is making, trains. I just, yeah. I guess that's how I sing as well, and the same how I learn languages. I imitate sound. So yeah, there's that. Oh dear, half an hour. This might be my longest video so far. I'm sorry if I'm talking your head off. I did not intend for it to be this long. So yeah, but yeah, that's kind of where it's at. So that says midnight rambling. It is past midnight here now, and I got an early morning, but my head is just, yeah, there's a couple of squirrels running around in my head going bee boo, bee boo, bee boo. Or it's minions, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that is kind of how it is. I've got two puppies, or one puppy and one grown dog in my bed. Both are side-eyeing me, telling me to actually just go to bed because they want to sleep. So I might just have to be a good human and go to sleep. So I hope this wasn't a too long of a, well, British word, waffle. I do love that word. That is just, let's have a waffle. That's kind of like, let's just have a long rant, chit chat. I think that is the meaning of the word waffle. You can use it as just talking endlessly, or you can use it as having a true rant and just going. So yeah, but I think that is kind of it. If there are any questions you have, or if there is something you want me to elaborate on and it's not too personal, please do drop it in the comments. I will try to answer. If you want me to do more of these kind of chit chat videos where you can just take a project and put me on in the background and just listen, that's fine. Just let me know. I'm not very good at rambling, I think, but yet here I am rambling. So yeah, But yeah, I think that will be it for this time. And remember, you're just fine. Absolutely, you're just fine. And if you're not okay, that is okay. You're okay. And it will be okay. I promise. I've been through stuff and I'm still here. The world can't shake me off just yet. So wherever you are and whatever you do, be safe. I value you, and there are someone that loves you very, very dearly. To them, you mean the entire world, whether it's a human or an animal or a plant. You are their world. So remember that there are always someone, no matter how dark life might seem, there are always someone, at least one individual that loves you unconditionally, just loves you for the person you are. No walls up, no makeup on, just you, the one you are inside of the core of you. They love you. And that is how I live my life. I know that there are a handful of individuals, both my animals and humans, that love me for the person that I am. Messed up beyond recognition. I am that. I am a quite messy person, so yeah. But I know that there are people and there are animals that love me very dearly, and for that I am very appreciative. I appreciate every single one of you that took the time to watch this video, and I hope you got to know something about me that you did not know. I hope this video got you to recognize that there are some things about you that are absolutely wonderful, because you are. Take that to heart and start believing that you are absolutely wonderful, because you are. You are one of a kind. There are no one like you. There are many posing like you, but there are no one just like you, because you are unique. You can't have unique without you. So there's that. For now, this old lady is gonna have to go to bed. So yeah, be safe. Remember that you're loved dearly. And I will hopefully not have scared you away. And I'll see you in the next one. Hugs and love, and I mean it. Take care. Bye bye.